at a time. This guy is, it's more than just a textbook. He's the editor, all right? He's the one just coming out with all the new things. He's the scientist. He's the artist who's literally drawing new features for Sheik every single day. So I'm really, really excited to see how Void is going to convert into this doubles play, because quite frankly, all the gameplay I've seen from him so far throughout this weekend and throughout this week has been immaculate. Yeah, absolutely. This guy, optimization is definitely his middle name. He has this Google Doc where he talks about Sheik and all the different tips that he has for up-and-coming Sheik mains and for Sheiks that want to push Sheik to the next level. He utilizes the tilt stick, which allows him to go do the perfect pivot combos that he's so famous for. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen between these two guys, because Komokiriki and Ranai, if I'm not mistaken, are probably one of the hardest teams here at this tournament. I would say that Komokiriki and Ranai, with Nairo and Zero having been knocked into losers, are now the favorites to win the tournament from this position. Based on where they're currently sitting, based on where their competition is, especially with Dabuz and how you haven't fallen. That's America's top 3, all in losers bracket. Okay, so
MGG and FO as well, another top team.
Yeah, exactly. So, with those players all having been in losers bracket and this Japanese duo still in winners bracket, I say that they're favored to win the whole thing.
It's not out of the realm of possibility in the least. But
I definitely don't think it's anywhere near out of reach for Larry and Void. I think it's just going to be a great match. We see Fox and the Sheik locked in for the Californians, and then, of course, Villager and Cloud locked in for the Japanese. So definitely going to be big things coming out here with a very diverse character set. That's one thing I just love about Smash 4. You can see so many different characters. We've seen Ness, Toon Link, Fox, Sheik, Cloud. A lot of Cloud, actually. I think we talk about how dominant Sheik is and how overpowered Sheik is, but honestly, we don't see an oversaturation of Sheik anywhere, and that's a big upgrade, because whereas Sheik is incredibly powerful in singles combat, in doubles combat, she's simply okay. There's nothing about her that's fantastic or stands out in any special way. I wouldn't even necessarily say like she's the best character in doubles at all. I don't think that's true at all. In singles, so far it seems to be true, but it's very different from in Brawl, where Meta Knight was obviously both the best character in singles and doubles by a huge margin. In this game, doubles is wide open. There's no defined, like, this is the best strategy. And, for a while, people were saying Snake is the second best character. And then in doubles, Snake was also incredibly good. In this game, anybody can really come out and play. So I'm really excited to see the big diversity coming out from these players, and interested to see what all of them are going to bring to the table right now.
Yeah, that's definitely what makes this game beautiful. And Ranai already opening up really big on Larry. Losing that stock, those chain of nairs off stage. You can't fall prey to Ranai's edge guards, especially if you're Fox.
Bro, I made a big mistake just now. See, I thought I could just talk a little bit about the game, but I forgot Ranai was in the match, and he's prone to just take your stock in the first 10 seconds. So if you spend an extra 3 seconds talking about something, you just missed the KO.
Exactly.
So, my bad, Ranai.
Can't wait to see how Komokiriki works well with Ranai, though. Knowing that Villager's grab necessarily isn't the fastest grab. It has 14 frame startup, so he can't really just go for the pass up. But never mind. Komokiriki said, I don't need a pass. I could just do it all by myself with that up air. It's a finishing touch combo to take the stock. And right there, a vanished stage spike on Ranai, finally taking his first stock. But I believe Komokiriki and Void are still healthy. Oh, it looks like...
Yeah, somebody tell me when Larry dropped his second stock.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
Wait a second. I don't even remember.
I don't even... Yeah.
I don't think I didn't see it.
I didn't see it at all. All right, I like Void's recovery right here. Instantly jumps. He knows that Ranai's looking to pressure him on the edge. Ranai with a very accurate up tilt to manage to finish off that stock. And now Larry getting himself back on the stage because he dropped both stocks so very quickly. We do see Green Team down by a bit here, which would have been otherwise a very close match.
But right now we have Komokiriki with the finishing touch yet again. You have to be careful. Green Team already, especially Larry, he's bleeding quite a bit, 72%. There goes Void trying to see if he can come back on stage. He still has 2 stocks, though, so if Larry were to lose this...
Yeah, we do get the limit off of Cloud, forcing that recovery right there. But Void's getting tossed around. Nice team combos coming out from Ranai and Como.
That forward smash, you don't want to deal with that move.
Yeah, a little surprised Ranai decided to go for such a heavy commitment right there. He gave a lot of control back to the green team. Void really trying to do his best to hang on to that stock, but he was in the corner, pressured out a lot right now, and Larry's just not in a good position. Good edge guard there by Ranai, closing up pretty much all the options that Fox had.
Wow, and right now Japan definitely looking strong here as they currently have 4 stocks to the green team's 1.
I think we were just looking for Ranai up tilt there,
And he just stood there.
he was just like, nah, that's boring, dude.
He's like, that's totally fine. I got this.
I want to make the crowd laugh when I just walk up and casually down air and spikes him. That's what he's looking for. He's like,
oh, what a sick conversion. So Komo setting it up with the forward throw to Ranai. Ranai getting the nair, and then right there, finishing touch.
Less than 3 minutes, all 6 stocks were eliminated. Larry eliminated completely in 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Just how do you take a player like Larry and wipe him off the match in 2 minutes and 13 seconds? That's like clockwork. He just systematically broke him down and said Fox is not a character in this format. And Larry has to be, he's forced to agree. He said, you're right, I apologize, I'm switching to Sheik.
Wow, and that's actually surprising, knowing that Larry also has a, well, then again, he does have a DK, and I don't think he wants to use DK in this scenario.
Yeah.
That character can get juggled quite a bit and edge-guarded really well against Cloud and Villager.
I mean, everybody often talks about the liability of Donkey Kong getting juggled and things like that. I think the big problem with Donkey Kong in this particular scenario is that when we see the accuracy of Ranai's edge guard, I don't necessarily want to force myself onto a character with a limited recovery like that. Yeah. But in terms of just the juggle situations overall, I think it's a little bit of an overrated problem, especially in doubles format. I think Donkey Kong himself has a great ability to cover space with the huge back air, with the up air, and the reliable KO potential with the throw setup. So I think his strengths can make up for some of his weaknesses, but I think it is correct not to go Donkey Kong against a player like Ranai. And let's see if the double Sheiks are able to do anything. The combos are going to be coming in huge. Also, Sheik doesn't have as much of a killing problem in doubles because the number of kills setup she can get do open up some of her more devastating options in some more confirmed spaces.
Especially when you have a team, a partner as well to follow up on some of these combos. She has some really devastating moves with the up smash, the vanish, the bouncing fish.
Boy, just showing how great his technology is, using that second hit of bouncing fish to convert on Ranai. Good team combos coming out here from Larry, but Cloud doing a really, really great job of trying to hang in there. Unfortunately, a Needle Storm combo is going to come in and close it out with the bouncing fish finisher.
Yeah, I have to say, that actually was really big for Larry since Komokiriki did have limit right there.
All right. Cloud, a solid misplay right there coming out with the forward smash. Going to leave him opened up. He's getting juggled by the Sheiks. Has taken 50%, and it doesn't slow down at all. Bandit Trap not quite going to catch him, but he's still not able to make his way back into the center stage. A nice side B right there is going to, excuse me, not a side B, a neutral B. Is going to send Void off the side of the stage and allow Red Team to get a little bit of stage control. Now finally Komokiriki able to maybe make something happen, but is he getting juggled by the Cloud right now by these two Sheiks?
Yeah, looks like he's having a tough time landing here. Both of these guys just putting the Red Team in the air. Great recovery right there by Void. We have Void and Larry still with 3 stocks. I lied.
Shame on you, D1. But right now, it seems like this Cloud's having a really difficult time. The Sheiks are saying, stay in the sky where you belong, Cloud. Not letting him hit the ground. No rainy weather today here on Final Destination. Solid combo once again, the Needle Storm combo.
Yep, but he manages to come back on stage. There's a nice down tilt, catching Komokiriki without invincibility at the edge and converts it to the up air. We have Ranai in a tough situation between both of these guys, but immediately Komokiriki breaks it up with his invincibility.
I love when you just see a top player just outplay 2 people on the edge or something like this. Like when Ranai just goes, he's like, what, 2 Sheiks trapping me on the edge? Don't care. Still going to apply pressure. Still going to get myself out of the situation. Still going to hold on to my stock and not even take any damage for it. Just excellent defense right there coming out from Ranai, giving, really great block with the power shield right there too, giving Komokiriki the opportunity to get that limit charge up, and this could convert into a big KO. Ranai hitting that turn up on the up throw. That's going to be a KO. Not a second KO there onto Larry, but Void's going to finally drop his first stock. However, Void has been playing very, very well this game. Not only racking up tons of percent here, but also finally dropping only his first stock. Cloud forced to use his up B in a situation, trying to find a kill with it, gets himself back on the stage, but the limit is now gone. And now Void versus Komokiriki on the stage right now. Blue team has solid stage control. Ranai says, don't care, back throw. That's going to be the stock off Larry.
And these guys are actually finally bringing it back. I was about to say, 5-3 on the board, stock count for these players. But right now, Ranai and Komokiriki with some great plays, managing to bring it back. Ranai actually was the one that took both of those stocks away. He got a conversion with the forward throw to the to the axe,
Yeah.
thanks to Komokiriki, and he just got a sick back throw in one of the Sheiks on the blue team.
Good
now,
situation coming out for the blue team right there, managing to convert a team throw combo into an up air. Going to take out Ranai's second stock there. So Cloud's been eliminated. Komokiriki getting juggled on by these Sheiks here on Final Destination. This has not been a fun time for him. 3 stocks to 1. Ranai definitely capable of pulling it out, but I don't think that he's going to be able to even 1v1 Void at this situation, just considering the deficit, especially with Larry also there supporting him.
Definitely surprising to see these guys going with the double Sheik squad and doing really well, but Final Destination was a great counter pick on their part. They have access to the needles, which can force the opponent into the air, but at the same time, Ranai does have the Lloyd Rocket, which can force them to jump.
A little bit of a miscommunication there on the team combo. Great DI coming out there by Ranai. Normally, you do not want to go straight up when Sheik throws you because it leads into very easy combos. However, going straight up was good in that situation because when you know your opponents are looking for a team combo, you want to put yourself in a position which is most likely to generate a misplay. Very solid wake up there by Ranai, timing it so that he avoids the rocket with the invincibility. Oh my gosh, just so smart.
That's actually just really good smash sense right there by Ranai, because you know a lot of villager mains are scared to toss out the grab, but he knew his opponent was going to sit there and shield the entire time. Got it, and got the back throw. So now we have the blue team with 2 stocks remaining. Ranai still looks like he has a lot of fight left in him. Those 3 turnips right there from the down air could have been really big damage. He's going to hang out near the edge, and these guys just putting up numerous grenades.
I'm surprised they're not just double grenading, to be honest. Like putting 2 grenades at the edge, you can have one player jump, throw a grenade over it. Yeah, exactly. This is what I want to look for. Like, that's so hard to deal with. See? How do you evade that? That's what I wanted to see before.
And that move has such great knockback.
Yeah, that will kill you. All right, so he's in on the grenades, but enough tilt, not quite going to do it. But that's what I want to see. You know, like, there's no reason to allow Komokiriki to get these outplays on the edge when we can just not even have to fight him.
Uh-oh. Looking like a crazy situation where these guys cannot overcommit with the grenades because, you know, that will give Ranai the opportunity to just come in and do some damage. But he gets the forward tilt as there is, you know, knockback growth on the forward tilt. Once you reach about like 180 and even higher, that forward tilt can KO opponents. And right now we have 1-1 on the scoreboard between these 2 guys. Komokiriki and Ranai have a counter pick right now. Let's see. Game 1 was on Smashville. Game 2, Void and Larry's pick, Final Destination. And knowing that these 2 guys have double Sheik at the ready,
now it's
where do you think they're going to go?
See, it's really hard to guess, right? Because game 1 was pretty much, we didn't really get to see a game. We didn't really get to see the strategy out of either team because it was just Ranai embarrassing Fox.
Yeah, there was a steamroll.
Yeah, exactly. It was the, you know, the animal abuse show where Fox just got jacked out by this villager. You know, that's why there's no pets in Animal Crossing. But, so game 2, we could see, you know, a lot more coming out from Void since he had a partner to play with that game. Yeah. And then we saw actually that Final Destination was really bad for Cloud. And as I said in the previous set, Cloud is utilizing the platforms very, very well. He's able to control platforms incredibly well, and now Sheik is also able to control platforms very well. But Duck Hunt, apparently.
Here's one thing about Duck Hunt that we have to keep in mind. Now, Komokiriki can attack the ducks and get free charges, and he can just jump to that top platform while Ranai keeps the opponents busy and charges well.
Yeah. But, okay, so I see it. So it's a good strategy so that it gives him some free time to get limit. And
exactly.
Yeah, Sheik was not able to do anything about that in this double situation. But here's a big combo coming out. The dog for the assist. They said, hey, listen, you want to abuse animals, villagers not going to respect them? We're going to call out our new friend. Put the fox away, get the hunting dog out.
Duck Hunt dog coming
The dog
through.
is going to rise in the middle of the stage right now as the ducks have flown away.
There he is.
Interrupt the Sheik combo. Maybe not. Larry's still able to pick that up, but not able to convert it with the bouncing fish. Sweet spot forward air by Ranai. Not quite going to close it. Larry managed to recover onto stage, but Ranai getting himself back onto the stage. Very smart not to snap the edge, so he can land with that forward air. And now Ranai boxing out Larry a little bit, trying to apply pressure on the right side of stage. Meanwhile, Komokiriki and Void dueling on the left side of stage. Both decide to join their partners. Dual bouncing fish will be met with the finishing blow, but not quite going to finish.
Wow, actually keeping him alive, and there's an up tilt right there by Ranai. Larry still holding on to his stock. Impressive DI right there. And
Void answering.
Yeah, it looked like Larry tried to convert right there with a full jump needle storm, so he could maybe convert into a bouncing fish or allow Void to follow up on his own. Okay, there's another finishing touch at the ready. He has to be careful. Ranai has access to the axe.
All right. lots of kill moves coming out here, lots of kill potential coming out here for the Japanese. However, you know, they have to still be very, very careful. A misconversion right there by Larry on the throw of Void. But Void is looking to finally make some kills happen. Sheik needs to get himself a kill on the scoreboard. Uh-oh, big SD coming out right there from Void, who is still actually relatively healthy. He was only at 80 or so.
Yeah, that's actually rare. We're seeing Sheik SD.
Yeah.
But moving on. Yes, the blue team right now is at a deficit by 2 stocks, but I mean, they can easily just bring it back as the red team. They have a lot of high damage. Well, well, it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility. I would say that.
No, I definitely agree that it's a feasible comeback, but you have to remember, Sheik is a character who does not have really explosive KO moves. So we do finally see Cloud drop at this high damage, but even at 142, incidental damage is not going to kill Ranai with no rage on the Sheiks, all right? Finally, by the time now, we have, I believe it's Larry at 100 and so %. The rage is gone off of him. We do see Void finally entering with a Vanish, but you know, it came at the cost of Larry's stock. Even now, getting both those stocks off, they were already down a stock, so now they're down a full stock here, and that's at everybody at reasonably low percents. Void's getting tossed around here by Ranai. Finally managed to find himself on the stage, but can he convert it into any meaningful pressure? Now he's got himself down on the ground. He tries to attack Komokiriki, but he gets no reward for it, and Ranai's managed to get himself back on the stage. Void's still not done any damage in the last 15 seconds of the match, just getting knocked around.
Wow, and Komokiriki literally just holding his ground, tossing out those backers time and time again. Good nares right there by Ranai, just trying to pass opponents towards Komokiriki. He could have had an opportunity for a finishing touch, but then realized that, you know what, I'm going to just do it myself and cancel that stock.
On the entire second stock of Void, all he did was successfully land 1 back air, 1 neutral air, and 1 fair. He did less than 20% throughout all of his moves, or something very close to 20%, and it was just really, really not looking good for the blue team right now. Meanwhile, Larry, very near dead, gets tossed off the stage, and they don't even bother to go for the edge guard. Just simple traps, simple setups, looking to just walk the Lloyd Rocket into the back throw, finishing touch. Not going to be it.
Oh, there's an up smash right there on Komokiriki from Ranai, but Komokiriki managing to stay alive. Oh, and right there, that's what makes it so hard to juggle Cloud. Coming through with that down air, just breaking up that juggle situation.
And it's very interesting, right? Because I was thinking at first when the stage was locked in, okay?
Yeah.
That I didn't really think that it was a good pick because on Final Destination, we saw Cloud getting juggled so much, and that was one of the big keys to success for the blue team. But what I didn't really anticipate is that the tree is going to enable Cloud to always find himself out of the juggles because he can pick a high landing spot to buy himself some time and give Ranai an ability to come and help him out. So it's not the same trying to juggle him on this stage because he has an additional recovery option with that tree, which you can't really cover if your opponent lands there. Even though it's not a great situation, it buys Cloud time, and Cloud can always utilize some time because it just gives him that free limit.
And right now we have Void off the stage. Larry on his own. Matt, he actually did a really good job of keeping the stock the entire time, even though he was the first one to be on his final stock on the blue team. Let's see if he's able to make it happen. Right there, Ranai leaving himself open with a whiff grab, but Komokiriki right behind. There it is. Was that an up smash?
Yeah, I think it was an up smash.
Yeah. Trade situation, and that's it. Komokiriki and Ranai move on in the winner's side, and Larry and Void now sent to the loser's bracket, where MJG and Foe reside, Nairo and Zero,
The Buzz and Hyuga. Who else are we missing? Did we say ESEM and
ESEM
MVD?
and MVD, we didn't touch on them. Yeah, look at that.
All right, so
wow.
that is going to be a top 8 qualification right there, and so doubles is looking lit.
So 2 p.m. on this stream, guys, we're going to have doubles top 8 today. So one more match right now for doubles,
and remember,
guys.
that's 2 p.m. West Coast time. So
PST.
Yeah, exactly. So right now for us, it's 11:45. Basically, top 8 for doubles is going to be in 2 hours and 15 minutes. But we still got one more match for you guys coming in hot. It's Mr. R plugging in his controller. And Abadango he's teaming with.
Yeah, so Mr. R and Abadango. I wonder if Abadango is going to opt for Meta Knight. Probably.
And it looks like a 9B's plugging in.
9B and
Earth.
9B and Earth. Oh, wow. And I know
I didn't even recognize him.
Remember his... Yeah, I was going to say, remember his pit from way back when in the Brawl days?
No, oh, my God. Dude, I've been talking about Earth for the last month or so because I've been watching him. You know, for those of you that do not watch Ranai stream, you are missing out on some of the top Smash action.
Follow it, HYS Ranai on Twitch.
Yeah, on Twitch, HYS Ranai. Dude. So whoever wins this is qualified for top 8, and this is going to be a crazy set right now. We haven't really seen this side of the bracket too much, but I mean,